took this tour on August 1, 2021 with Adolfo as my tour guide. He was a wonderful tour guide who helped us all understand the area and kept us entertained with information and stories during the drive. Chichicastenango was a little overwhelming, very busy with tons of vendors approaching us to sell small items. I enjoyed visiting the churches and the cemetery was really interesting. It looked a little like the cemeteries in New Orleans, except all of the tombs were painted different colors. Other reviews mentioned that they ate in Chichi. Adolfo gave us the choice and we decided to eat in Panahuachel instead. After a little bit of shopping, we got back into the van and drove to Pana. The views were really beautiful. He took us to a restaurant where we sat right next to the lake and enjoyed the beautiful sights while eating seafood and drinking gallo beers. I was traveling alone and one of my favorite parts of this tour was meeting the other people on it. There were 6 of us total, from Spain, Ecuador, Mexico, Guatemala, and the US. I was a little hesitant to book such a long day trip and if possible, it would probably be nice to spend a couple of nights in Panahuachel. 3 of the people in our group took this tour and brought their luggage with them. We left them there at a hotel in Pana and the rest of us went back to Antigua, so keep in mind that you have that option. Definitely recommend this tour if you are on a tight time schedule like I was. Before buying travel packages, I do some research online and with local companies. In this case, I chose to buy through the website, and the reservation was immediately confirmed. However, something important happened for a traveler that didn't leave me very satisfied. The reservation ticket stated a full-day excursion package including a visit to the Chichicastenango Maya Market and Lake Atitlan. Besides the attractions, it also included other details such as departure time and lunch. The package also included transportation, and the confirmation asked me to contact the local operator Gray Line Guatemala to reconfirm. I did so and was promptly assisted. On the confirmed day, promptly at 6:30 a.m., the company guide was at the hotel entrance to pick me up. My dissatisfaction stemmed from the fact that it wasn't clear that it wouldn't be a visit but rather a panoramic view of the lake, and this left me very frustrated because I had planned to go down to the lake's shores and experience its beauty up close. Therefore, I had to book another package to visit the area. Since this review is only for the package, I will evaluate the location later. However, I must emphasize the kind and attentive treatment provided by the guide and driver, the punctuality, and the good transportation conditions. For these reasons, I will recommend Gray Line to others and will use their services again when I return to Guatemala. Travel to Chichicastenango would take about 4 hours from Guatemala City through hairpin turns up in the Guatemalan highlands. The roads are long and slow and so curvy that buses have to jockey sometimes to get around the hairpin turns, honking in the hope that downhill traffic will stop in time. Joining a tour to this town normally takes a whole day and combined with a short stop to view the beautiful Lake Atitlan. Chichicastenango is well known as the biggest artisan market in Central America. The crowds of crafts vendors and tour groups who flock in for the huge Thursday and Sunday markets lend it a much worldlier, more commercial atmosphere. You must learn how to haggle since prices are not fixed and your interest in the merchandise would normally determine how much you will pay. The best option of getting here is to join a full-day tour. The full-day tour, Chichicastenango Maya Market and Lake Atitlan from Guatemala City costs $82.82. The cost of your tour again will be determined on how many people are in the group. If you travel solo you have to pay a higher fee compared to traveling with a companion. The rates of tours in Guatemala are far cheaper than those in Costa Rica. Considering the travel time of 5 hours both ways from Guatemala City with lunch as part of the tour makes this a hassle-free tour for travelers wishing to see this market in Guatemala.